Nothing to snore at.
Nothing to snore at. Hello.
Welcome to Nothing to Snore At.
With your hosts,
Zach.
and Abbie.
Boom. Just the little like a waterfall.
Like a librarian. Did you have that same custodian that they called Miss Febreze?
I didn't have a custodian. I had a teacher we called Miss Febreze.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Well, we went to the same elementary school. I guess the nickname got passed to a teacher by the time you went there.
Well, it was a nickname that we came up with for I'm just gonna name drop.
Okay, go ahead.
Miss Vardaman.
We're friends on Facebook.
But she was a long-term sub.
She was.
For one of my intermediate teachers.
Yeah, she did that regularly.
Somehow
she was so continuously a long-term sub in everyone's life.
She also cursed.
Yeah.
Under her breath all the time.
She was interesting. Yeah, no, we called, when Garrett and I were there, we called one of the custodians Miss Febreze.
Yeah, we called that to Miss Vardaman.
All the time. How you been?
Getting here is not fun.
Yeah, there was not so much traffic and construction.
Yeah, it was horrible. And then, it's not been a good
day at all.
12 hours.
Wait, what else happened?
Well, just stuff with the bank and just
stuff with the bank.
Well,
okay, we can talk about this off air.
Yeah,
perhaps during a commercial break.
Perhaps.
I didn't know any about bank stuff.
I mean, it's just
tragic. My day. I've also had a pretty sad day.
Yeah.
My car is in the shop one day after taking it out of the shop because they did not do anything. And regardless of what the outcome is, I think I need to buy a new car. But those cost so much money.
As a kid, I was always jealous of people having real people problems, is what I called them.
Why?
Because
what do you mean? Jealous?
Yeah, because it would always be like Garrett, our older brother, and Dad talking or something like that.
Talking about what?
Just car problems and money problems. I was like, man,
I wish I had car and money problems. And now you have money problems and I have car problems.
Yeah, and neither one of them are fun.
Yeah. He's out there in LA with a freaking nice Nissan Juke.
Yeah, but I mean, he's in LA. Probably
so the money problem
is.
But his car is very nice.
Good old kicks.
Oh, I thought it was a Juke.
It might be a Juke. Mom has a kicks.
Mom has a Rogue.
What? Hold on. Who has a kicks then? Does no one have a kicks?
No, mom was deciding between a kicks and a Rogue. She ended up with a Rogue.
That's what it was. Gotcha.
She couldn't kick it.
You just slap.
I didn't. That's called a clap.
That was
when your two hands are together. It's called a clap.
Or a slap against.
A slap is.
You know what's interesting?
What? I feel like it's not gonna be.
Okay, well maybe I don't.
Well, you can share. I'm just predicting.
Did you know your entire lifetime after your very first clap, you're always clapping throughout your lifetime? Just the increments between the claps just get longer.
I guess that's true.
So you could go
And
then
you could
I
go
might not clap for another
for a few days.
But then I'm still clapping. It's just the increment.
I guess
of the time between it's just shorter.
I guess.
Yeah.
Funny.
Oh wait, it wasn't funny. It was just a little fact. It wasn't meant to be a little ha 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 chuckle.
Well, good, because it didn't get one from me.
Wasn't supposed to.
What are we doing today?
Abbie, you know what I think we should do before we get into the...
Oh my gosh, what would you like to do?
We should rate our guests.
All the ones we've had?
I think so.
I don't know if I remember them all, so I guess if they're not memorable, that's a rating in and of itself. First and foremost, I think that our last two sections of guests, because we had two guests last time, were amongst our best. Emily and the Marquises.
I don't know. There's been some good ones with good old Trey.
I was thinking Trey and Solo as well. I was the freaking Chipmunks episode.
It's one of my favorites.
I have gone back. Honestly, I don't go back and listen to many.
I don't either.
but I have gone back and listened to Chickmunks a few times. But it's because they're fellow podcasters.
They are fellow
They know
they
what's
know
up.
what they know. They know. What's up.
There
They
could
do.
be another one, except you canceled on watching.
Okay, but even if I still watched, we wouldn't have recorded
We may
anything.
have planned it
no,
more
I
quickly.
don't think so.
I think maybe.
I really think.
I mean,
we
Trey
would've
is in Ireland right now, but I think we would have figured out a way. Yeah, let me see. I'm trying to remember. So I mean, our very first guest was our dad.
Yes.
I mean, he is kind of a guest in every episode.
Yeah.
But as a speaking
which appearance of dad is your favorites? Because we've had 3.
3? Just 2.
3?
You and me, and then him and you.
No, we've had 3. The very first one with you and me. The second one with you and me.
What are you talking about?
Before we were even here in the studio.
We did not do it twice.
Yeah.
What was the second episode?
Because we had...
The first one was the TV series.
Because we had one in... We've had 4 with Dad.
What are you on about right now?
We've had one at his house.
The one with the TV show.
We've had one in the old studio.
I don't remember that.
In the old studio?
I really don't.
100%.
You probably are right. I just don't remember it at all. I'm looking.
I guarantee, because I remember him being in there.
Okay.
And then,
no, you're right.
Because the next, it was like
for
the
our
next
22nd episode.
Because it was like the next time we were recording, we
the
came
drive-in
in the
school.
Mm-hmm.
I remember it. Yes, and then the very next time we were in here with Ethan.
Was it the next time with Ethan?
Well,
because I remember the next time we were in this studio and we were like, oh, if Dad waited one more.
The next time was with Ethan, at least according to the Instagram.
Really?
Yep. We had our older brother. How does he fall?
Oh, that one that was our only musical.
Did we? Yes,
that was a musical.
That was Bromeo and Homeo.
Yeah.
Wow, that's what we put so much music into that. That was fun. Which I really enjoyed because in just classic older sibling way, me trying to get my way of having a musical, and then as soon as the other older sibling came, we got to gang up and make it a musical. Yeah, I don't know. We've got Zoe, who is at the very bottom of the list. She said maybe 2 words. And we can say that because she's related to us.
Yeah, she is related to us. And you could also listen to the episode.
And you will not hear her at all. Ethan was fun.
Ethan was very fun.
He was something else.
Ethan was something else.
I think really what we need to do is specifically, I think we can agree that our top 3 were the Marquezes is.
The Marquezes is.
The Coopers.
The Coopers.
And Emily.
Okay, now though, do we?
But we rank those
groups.
3. Huh?
Because the first 2 have groups.
Like 2 people?
Yeah, and so I feel like that's not like we have
How
to.
How is that not fair?
Because then you have like people like, we've only had 2 groups, right?
Yeah.
And both of those groups have made it
into the top.
Which
right, but also
because they get a group. That's not fair to us.
But
singular.
truly, I think that if it were just Nick or just Matthew or just Trey or just Solo, they'd still individually make it there. Do you not agree? Well, there's weaker links in both of them.
Yeah.
I won't say which.
No.
I won't.
Say it now.
I won't. I think we both know.
I feel like I know one of them. I don't know the other one, though.
Which one do you think you know?
I think I know the Trey and Sullivan one.
Really?
Yeah.
Who do you think it is?
I think it's Solo, because Solo listens to our podcast.
Solo's the weak link or the non-weak
No,
link?
the non-link.
The non-link.
The non-link. He's on his
here's
own.
the thing. That was my first thought, right?
But
Shout out to you, Solo.
If you remember,
but he didn't say
do anything.
That was the thing. I actually thought I knew for that one. I was like, oh yeah, Solo's stronger. Also, I do improv with Trey, so he actually. And he definitely put together most of that episode.
100%.
He did go to film school. I don't know why for even a moment we thought. Sorry, Solo, we love you.
It's because Solo's a fan.
You know what? No, just as a combined unit, they did great. There's no need to separate them. And then of the Marquez says I'm a little biased.
You know, because you know Nick better, and I know
personally.
Matthew better.
Yeah, because
because we both went to high school with
with
the other one.
yeah, respective people.
Yeah.
With the other one, it
the other-
sounds like you went with Nick and I went with Matthew. I did go with Matthew for a little bit because I worked there.
Oh, well, okay.
Well,
Do you see him daily?
no, but I saw him more often maybe than you.
Some every day.
No, I meant more often than I saw you in the hallways. I didn't see you very often. But I did see Nick very often. We were very, very close. So, so I'm a little biased. I think we can put them in groups. I mean, the fact that Emily has attained that level.
Well, there's only been 2 groups as well.
Yeah. Well, so we can't rank groups and individuals because
That's what I'm saying, though. Like, I don't know. Like, if there was another group, I don't know if Emily would make it up there. That's what I'm saying. But since there isn't another group,
I think she might. Genuinely, I think I think she's my top episode.
Top episode?
Well, like top guest. I don't know what my favorite story is, but I think she beats up the 2 groups for me. So personally, I think she would still win even if there was another group.
Dang. I'm trying to think. Of all our guests we've had. Should we try to name them all?
I think we mostly did.
Well, we didn't name Lucy.
Shoot, I completely forgot. Daniel. Our little best friends, we completely forgot. Garrett, Dad.
Yeah.
Ethan,
the groups.
I think
the
mostly.
quads.
Zoe.
Yeah.
We need to get our mom on here.
Do we need to get?
We do need
to get Jill on here.
Jill Maddox Williams needs to get on this podcast. I think that's all of them, Zach.
Might be.
I think it is. I mean, I have our Instagram pulled up right now and it has pictures. So I think.
What episode is this?
35.
35.
I believe.
35 episodes.
And it's also 12:35 in the afternoon.
That.
Isn't that cool? Yeah, it's episode 35.
Well, while we're recording this,
right.
Probably if you check.
If it is 12:35 right now,
that's
I am
impressive.
losing my mind.
That's wild.
Well, that's not why, but
yeah.
Yeah. No, I would say, I think Emily was my favorite. She was just so willing. Like she just got it. She I felt like she just got the vision.
I mean, she was the only person that knew the veto rules as well.
Yeah.
That's impressive to me.
That's true. We had to explain them even to Solo Cooper.
Even to
Solomon Cooper.
Okay, but to be fair,
no.
Okay.
And what were you gonna say?
That was very early on.
Was it that early?
It was.
He claimed to be a mega fan from day one. So.
It was very early on, and also we didn't even have. He was the one who started
the stealing
rule.
That's true. That was hilarious, and I will never get over it. I think that I am having a hard time ranking the groups though, second and third, because I think I had the most fun on any episode. The last one with the Marquezes. I laughed so hard, but I think the story overall was better with the Coopers, and I did have fun. We did have a lot of laughs with the Coopers, of course, because we were shooting babies.
Shooting babies, yeah.
Shooting the breeze and shooting babies.
Yeah, I think similar sentiment. What's been your favorite story so far?
Is this just a recap episode?
I was thinking, it's 35.
You just want to recap?
Just a little recap.
You're so tired. That traffic took you out so much so that you can't even be creative today.
I can be creative. I mean, we can create.
No, it's
something
okay.
If we want.
Let's create memories to the surface.
Nope, that did not work.
It did. No, I know what you mean. My favorite story, bro, I love getting that ground. That is still one of my favorite episodes to this day.
Actually,
if not my favorite. I actually think it's so funny.
That is my least favorite episode.
That one and Chipmunks are the only two I go back and rewatch. Listen to.
That is my least favorite one we've done.
And I don't understand why. You know what I do love about that episode, though? It's the fact
that neither one of us.
No, at the very beginning, you go, Abbie, explain what they're doing here. And I'm like, I think it's idiotic to start with any episode except for the beginning. And you were like, well, this might be the best episode. And people recommend this episode to go listen to. You said that verbatim. You were like, this could be the best one.
Yeah, I used to say that on every episode.
No, I genuinely think you only said it on that episode.
I think there.
No.
Okay. I would say, just going back, it's interesting to just think about in my room,
Yeah.
with the laptop just
Uh-huh.
on my desk, and we
In
recorded.
the corner.
I want to say like we recorded like three,
In a
4
row?
episodes just all in a row.
I think we'd only do 3 max. We normally did
Um,
2 when we'd sit down and do
It's
it.
true because we didn't have like a weekly
Yeah,
day.
we would just
We would just whenever we were free.
right. Well, because when we started, I was living 3 hours away.
That's right. That's
I
very
was
true.
living in a city 3 hours away, and yet somehow I was back here a lot.
The question is though, how long do you think Nothing to Snore At's gonna last?
You know, I have considered this. What are your thoughts?
I don't know, cause when
I know you're the contingency. You realize?
Yeah, because when I'm out of high school,
what are we gonna do?
Yeah, I mean, there's always the fact of like we can
Bluetooth in or whatever.
Yeah.
But it's not the same as being in the same space.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't know what to tell you because I'm staying here in Waco, which is where Rogue Meat is.
I mean, it depends.
Rogue Snoodio.
Got him.
Oh
Oh
gotcha.
man, the company that really brought us in, got us everything we needed. We really
Rogue Snoodio.
Oh.
How's that feel, you little
snooties?
Anyway.
I don't know where that
Yeah.
came from.
Sorry, Rogue Media Network.
We actually really appreciate you guys letting us do our podcast.
Do. What were we gonna say?
I mean, it all depends on job wise and college wise on my direction. Because with Rogue, right? They have a lot of like they do a lot of media.
No
Rogue,
kidding. In a studio by any chance?
Including I've talked to Mike
Uh-huh.
just a tiny bit.
Just a tiny bit.
About
Talk to him a little more
not
than that.
just in
But
general.
about this thing you're about to present, yeah.
But like voiceover stuff,
Mhm.
right? And that's what I want to do. And so it really all depends.
Was he
on,
interested?
When we talked about it, he was talking about like making doing a demo reel and stuff like that.
You should make one. I think so.
I don't think so yet. I need to
Do it. Hone your skill.
Yeah. Because the last thing you want is a bad first impression with like agents and stuff.
Right.
Because you can't come back from that.
Right. No such thing as a second impression.
Well, there is.
No.
It's just, okay.
No such thing. You can't
so
come back.
It all really depends on that. But like,
Unlike the kid, you can't come back. Oh, that was good. The comeback kid.
No, I got it.
Did you? Because you didn't laugh, and it was funny.
It wasn't really funny, but
Oh, it was.
So how long do you think nothing's gonna
Nothing's gonna last? I don't know. I genuinely don't know. I've thought about it because I'm like, if you move, what are we gonna do? Yeah.
Will there be another will there be another co-host?
I don't know if I can do this with anyone else.
What if Garrett comes back to Waco?
Garrett
I
comes
go
back
to
to
LA.
Waco. You go to LA. I don't know, Zach. It says Nothing to Snore At with Abbie and Zach. If there was another name up there, I could not handle it.
I was doing a little eraser sound.
I think you might just have to drive back once a week.
Once a week?
It's really not that far. If you just go
That's
to
true.
Dallas.
Yeah, that's true.
I drove back 3 hours.
Yeah, but not for Nothing
Not
to Snore
for this,
At.
but I think you could do it.
But yeah, I was just thinking about that the other day. And also like I feel like we need to do more with our fans, you know, some snore heads.
Do they exist?
That's a really good question.
I don't know.
I don't either.
Cause
I know Solomon Cooper.
I know Solomon Cooper. I know Emily listens to some episodes.
Mm-hmm. I feel like we have a lot who just dabble.
They do dab. We've got a lot of dabblers.
We do have a lot of
We
dabblers.
need to be less lenient with Snorehead. That belongs solely to Solomon Cooper. And then
And Emily Greathouse, I'd give the
okay, but she hadn't listened to several episodes.
But she
Solomon has never missed an episode.
But she was the only person who knew the veto rules.
That's fair.
Which
so
I
they
do.
they are the only two Snoreheads to our knowledge. We need a name for the dabblers.
Just the dabblers. I think that's funny.
Okay, I guess. Yeah. I think we do have a lot of dabblers.
We do have a lot of dabblers.
Daddy
Name
boys.
your friends who's dabblers.
I can't.
Really?
I mean, I don't know. I have a lot of people who ask me about it, but
Mhm.
not in a way that feels informed by their having listened to anything.
Sure. Well, with that,
Hmm.
with all of our dabblers,
Let me think of some dabblers
yeah,
while
we'll
we
take a
take a
small little
break.
break, and we're back.
And better than ever.
Woohoo. So
Woohoo!
we're taking a
Okay,
little
Mr.
trip.
Owl.
Did you just call me
Mr. Owl
Owl, like the one
with the Tootsie Pops.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
that never finishes
Yeah,
what he says he's gonna do?
right. You kind of give me that energy.
I am a big
quitter.
procrastinator. Oh well, I wasn't going.
Did
with
you say a
the-
poop procrastinator?
No, I said a poop
Oh my gosh, people who put off pooping.
poop
Procrastinators.
Taking a trip down memory lane.
Did
Um,
you know there's a different, I meant to say this in last week's episode, there's a different ASL sign for waddling and walking.
I did not know that.
So like, oh, if you're walking, you're
Mhm.
like walking, and then you can just do like a person, like
Sure.
this is a classifier. Unfortunately, if you're just listening, this is all going over your head or over your ears. I don't know. But then you would still do like walking, but you do it a little further. And then when you move to classifier, you do like, or like this.
A cowabunga sign.
Yeah,
if
and you're
just
kind of like,
listening.
just like a huge person waddling. Yeah. ASL's fun. I love it.
So, Abby, what's been your what's been your favorite thing about Nothing to Snore At, just in general?
Well, I like that I have a time every single week that I get to schedulely hang out with you.
Little why can't I think of the word?
I don't know. You said long, long.
little sentimental kind
Yeah.
of thing.
It's sweet to me. What's your favorite thing about Nothing to Snore At?
Definitely the stories.
Yeah.
I wish I could do this by myself.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I guess
Which I did once actually on an
No,
episode.
you did with Dad.
Okay, but
You
I
were
was the
just solely
host.
you.
No, it's fun. It's fun.
It is fun. I like making things with you. I think we're rather funny, and I like to laugh.
Do you?
I feel like that is not a thing to question. Like I'm a giggly gal
You're a
by
giggly gal.
nature.
That doesn't mean you find us funny though. That just means you giggle at stuff.
No, but I do find us very funny. And I would say that's because most people's sense of humor is tailored to themselves. It's what makes
That's
them
true.
laugh. And you and I have similar senses of humor, so you make me laugh a lot.
This is true. I'm a pretty funny Frank.
No.
Yeah. What was the
Freaking. Oh, I know what you mean.
Can you tell the whole story so people get
Yeah, it's
context?
not really much of a story.
It
I
really
just told
isn't.
Zach that he was being a
Forgot
silly
it.
Billy, and he goes, "I am not a silly Billy." And then he was driving, so he like turned aggressively and said that, and then he turned back to the road with his hands on the wheel and said, "Now, ridiculous Richard." And it did get me.
Yeah. Oh, papa. I'm trying to think of some more questions.
Yeah, I would.
We don't ask like whenever we have guests.
Mhm.
We always like get something to muse,
Yeah.
write a story with. But I feel like we never ask these questions to each other.
Yeah, we don't really interview each other ever.
Yeah.
I feel like we feel like we know everything there is to know, but we certainly don't.
Yeah. Definitely some secrets.
Yeah.
Nothing
Nothing to Snore At tells all on episode 35.
Episode
Secrets
35.
revealed. I know, that is whack a
That
doodle to
is-
me.
My name's Doodle.
Oh, I thought you were gonna go animal views because there's a lot of doodles. Like it's like poodle mixes. They call them like doodles, like golden
no. I
doodles.
was just going with a guy named Doodle.
Yeah, I
who just got
appreciate that
whacked.
better.
Yeah.
Sorry, dudes. Oh, wait.
Nope.
The dude named Doodle. That could be a fun TV
The
show.
dude named Doodle. Yeah. Definitely like a Mr. Bean kind of.
Mhm.
I love Rowan Atkinson.
Is that who plays Mr. Bean?
Hmm
Okay.
Such a nice guy.
Have you met him
No, I
personally?
haven't, but he seems like such a nice guy.
See, just like the opening of Wizard of Waverly Place, everything is not as it
It
seems,
seems,
and
yeah.
you shouldn't take things at
I
face
mean,
value.
I suppose, but I feel
Except
like
for coins, they are pretty true to their face value.
it's true. Unless though, you
Oh,
can definitely get I mean,
Counterfeit.
well, yeah,
Oh.
but also like coins can be a lot more.
That is actually very true. Coins are probably one of
Yeah.
the worst things to
Yeah.
take. Well, not
Not
to
worse,
take
but
at face value,
definitely
but they
like
can be worth more than their face value.
100%. Yeah. As a
100%.
was an avid coin collector in the
We're-
6th grade.
No, you were not.
I was.
I knew you in the 6th grade.
I was.
I don't remember that fact about you at all.
I guess not. A novice.
Yeah, I was gonna say what qualifies an avid
Definitely
coin
a
collector?
novice coin collector, but I had my share.
What was your share? How many coins did you have?
I had like 15.
15 coins, and you're calling yourself an avid
No,
coin
like,
collector?
It was a collection. It was it was like, I don't remember. It was like something before something happened to all these pennies.
Yeah.
Like they started changing the way they made pennies, but I had like 14 or 15 of them. That was before that time.
That were before that time.
And so they were all worth like $2.
Whoa.
I mean,
Avid
novice
novice.
coin collector.
Did you get that from Grandpa Jim?
I got some of them from Grandpa Jim, some of them from Mr. Gaines, my science teacher.
Huh. Interesting.
He had a coin collection club, a little alliteration.
That is. Did y'all get bullied? Like, I feel like that's where the bullies would go.
Abbie, so the thing is, I don't know if I'm bullied or not because I play Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah.
And like, I'm a pretty nerdy guy. And so these things, when people make jokes, I don't know if it's considered bullying or not. I wouldn't say it is.
Zach, I have a confession to make. I am in the exact same boat. We are using two opposite sides of the same paddle. I literally, throughout my entire life, I'm pretty sure I was relentlessly bullied. But then I didn't
Rightfully so.
Cool. But I had this like really false confidence, or like just a really intense self-assurance, and I just didn't let things get to me, and I used to think they were jokes, and I was like laughing along. But then I'll retell stories now of like direct quotes people said to me, and my friends are like, that is callously mean.
Can you give us an example?
I'm trying to think of one. You know, I also have severe memory loss, probably because of the trauma of being bullied severely. I really
Also, with my side, right,
Uh-huh.
of this thing we're talking about, I don't know what to call it.
Your side of the coin.
That, sure.
Mm-hmm.
If you really want to get that call back. So part of the fun, I would say, of Dungeons and Dragons. Because you're joining this.
Not you bringing
group.
this
Um,
podcast to a D&D discussion.
I love D&D podcasts.
I know you do.
But like when you join like a group of playing D&D,
Bro, I don't.
like when you've played though.
Yeah.
Yeah, you heard it here, folks.
Abbie's played D&D. Everybody go make fun of her. No, it's fun. It's just y'all play for too darn long.
10 hours usually.
That's too long. I can't handle even 4.
But no, when you join like a group that meets on a schedule,
I go to Bible studies.
definitely
I'm not kidding.
definitely part of the joining of that group is signing up to get bullied, essentially.
Did you sign a paper?
No.
What you're saying is just like spending time with people, becoming friends means that you tease each other. That's what you're trying to present.
I mean, that's part of it.
Yeah, for sure.
And that's like part of the fun of it too.
Yeah.
Like, I think if, because always, I mean, D&D is right now more popular than it ever has been.
Sure.
With like things like Stranger Things and stuff like that, Rick and Morty and but definitely still always be something that the society sees as like, you're playing D&D, loser.
Maybe nerd culture has somehow
That's
become
true.
popular culture.
That's very true. But like always you will have that like stereotype of,
I guess, yeah.
And so I like if D&D was like super popular and stuff and like everyone played it, I think I would still play it, but I don't think I would get the same enjoyment out of it.
No, I understand.
And so that's part of the culture of Dungeons and Dragons.
I don't know how you got started on this, but I cannot believe I let it get this far.
Anyway,
you were talking about we should do more things with our snore heads. What were you insinuating?
I don't know. Bringing some on as a guest, maybe.
I feel like we have. Literally the only ones we know we've had on here.
I mean, from the start, like when I say the start, I mean like the very start. Some of the first episodes I suggested this. Them somehow giving them like an email or something. They can email
like questions
or even like prompts.
Well, at any point, feel free to DM.
Oh yeah,
nothing to snore at on Instagram. Nothing.to.snore.at.
Yeah.
Or just nothing to snore at with dots in between.
Yeah. Is that in our trailer?
It's in the trailer. It doesn't play every episode, but it's in our trailer.
It is in our trailer. That's what I thought. I haven't listened to our trailer in
a while.
In a long time. I better do that.
Yeah, you better.
I better.
It's about to expire.
Drats.
Actually, Zach, you've only got 2 more minutes.
No. But I don't know. But what's we've done a year now.
We've gone over a year.
It has been over a year. We didn't talk about it
was in April. I don't remember when in April, but we started April of last year.
Definitely near the end though.
Yeah, near the end.
Yeah.
No, we started in March.
Did we really?
We did, because you know why I know that? I was re-listening to Get in That Ground.
God, it's such a bad episode. Please don't listen to Get in That Ground.
The very first episode.
If you're gonna listen,
You've Been Warmed. That was fun.
That was fun.
We should have re-listened to that and then recapped it on this episode. But You've Been Warmed was early March, and then the reason I know that we started it in March is because in Get in That Ground I talk about the fact that we've changed because one of us didn't have a gallbladder anymore, and I had my surgery March 24th of last year, which means the first episode was before March 24th and the second episode was after. I used context clues to figure out that information.
Good job.
Thank you.
Yeah, but after a year of doing this, Abbie,
35 episodes.
Which I guess we've done it less than 35.
Less than one a week, is that what you mean? Yeah, because there's 52 weeks in a year. Yeah, because we didn't post regularly until we came here. Shout out to Rogue Studio.
Got him. Got you, Mike.
Take that as a personal offense. Actually, do you know what I think about all the time? The fact that the guy who runs his name is Mike, and it's like a recording studio. It really kills me.
I wonder if they've ever. I don't think that they've. Does Mike have like a show
on here?
Yeah,
I don't know.
If not, I think Mike should.
I think he should guest star.
Mike should guest star.
I think we should slowly go through everyone.
Yeah.
In the
world.
In the world. No.
By the time that's when we'll finish.
We have a hit list.
That's when
we finish. Yes, as soon as we have all 8 billion people
as a guest. Yeah.
Luckily, we do groups sometimes, so it'll go a little faster. If you're a sibling or father-son duo, please hit us up.
Contact us. Yeah. But yeah, do you think you've changed at all, other than the gallbladder?
Obviously, bro, so much. I've changed so much in the last year. Are you kidding me?
Like, do you think it reflects in the episodes?
That I couldn't tell you. I don't know. Do you think so?
I don't know.
I think you have.
Yeah,
for sure. But you're in your formative years, so you've kind of got that leg up on me. Am I still in my formative years? Maybe.
I don't know.
What's considered a formative year?
I don't even know.
Let me look it up. I'm not in my adolescence anymore, but I am still young and ever changing. But aren't we all? Not young. I know there's some old bozos out there.
Especially listening to this podcast. Hey, all you old heads, get out of here.
You should be snoring.
Hey, no, Abbie, one of us has to like them.
So what?
One of us has to choose to like them.
Oh, shoot. Hey,
we
guys.
Lost all of them.
Dang it. I forgot to keep that demographic. Yeah. So I used the wrong word.
I figured formative, because that's like 0 strong, to 8. Right? Oh.
Yeah, you know those 8-year-olds just absolutely.
Formative does mean like no, I'm thinking formidable.
And I'm thinking of babies, apparently. I just called you a little baby boy. Yeah, because you're a little baby boy. We know you've changed.
Yeah, and you're a stupid old dad.
No, I think I have changed. Honestly, even your voice has changed from those earlier episodes.
My voice?
Yeah, it's gotten a little deeper since.
Really?
Mine probably has changed a little too.
That's really surprising to me.
Did you know that you were 15 when we started this? Isn't that weird? Because it was before your 16th birthday.
That's freaky.
Yeah.
That's real freaky.
Because, yeah, that is bizarre. You've technically aged 2 years, and I've only aged one.
Since we started this
podcast. It's weird.
In 1 year.
Birthdays are strange.
Birthdays are... So I'm 17, and we started this when I was 15.
Yeah.
Yowzers.
Wowza. That is... But...
What were you going to say? Donk. Yeah. I knew you were going to say it.
I have tears in my eyes.
Oh man!
I was just thinking of silly, goofy words and badonk. Oh my gosh! Well, that is interesting. Oh, I had a question for you, but I really got distracted by the badonkadonk.
No, but also, I think at least for my voice, maybe not yours, but for my voice, definitely, I've noticed this about just like people in general.
Uh-huh.
But when you we all have a friendly voice, right? Like when you don't know somebody or like when you're asking for something,
almost like your customer service voice.
Yeah,
I definitely have
but
that.
I feel like definitely for like girls, it goes a little lower occasionally.
For customer service?
I feel. Or maybe not customer service, but like, well, like just like example.
When you're first meeting someone?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I feel like guys go higher.
Really?
Because like I'm like, hey, how's it going? And like this is my like just meeting someone new voice, and then this is my regular voice.
Interesting.
And so I feel like that definitely, and it also is
it depends on the person, I think, for girls, because it depends the energy I want to give off. If I want to be cooler, if I want them to think I'm cool, a new person, then yeah, it goes deeper. But if it's like I'm doing, because I've worked a lot of customer service, so it's like, hi, what can I get you started today? That's definitely higher. But then if it's like meeting my cool friends, it's like, what's up? My name's Abbie. Yeah, no, for sure.
But yeah, I think especially with both of us being theater kids.
Yeah, with both of us having some acting experience under our belt. Personally, I just did Arthur Miller's The Crucible.
I did Chubby Bunny. But I think definitely, especially for me with acting and stuff, my voice always, well, it always goes to two things. I hate cold reads.
Yeah,
I absolutely hate cold reads. But by the way, for anyone who's not like an actor, a cold read is when you get a script
and it is just ice,
and you just got to read it right off the bat.
Well, you could have done a bit.
No, I wasn't going to. I was explaining to them, the non-actors out there.
Okay.
But I feel like my voice.
Everyone's acting.
That's
all
true,
the world's
all the
a stage.
Time.
Thank you, William.
Shut up.
No.
Okay, that's fair. This is a podcast. No, but with cold reads and stuff, like my voice always goes higher with like performing and stuff.
Sure.
Performing. And well, it also I've learned I do this when I don't know a character. I always in my brain assume they're Southern, and I always go
Fair
here.
enough. So you're saying, here's my issue with what you've just presented.
I did
you said
two
always,
different things.
For both of them. So I always go high, and I also always go low in Southern.
The thing is, it's with cold reading, I go Southern, but like actual performing wise, like on a stage, I usually go higher than I am, unless like the character calls for
I get called out by directors all the time for my character voices being too nasally. Because I think that, I mean, my voice sounds young, but I think especially I get cast as younger characters a lot because I'm 5'1", and I have a very round face.
I always get cast for older characters.
Yeah, because you are very tall and you have a very deep voice.
Yeah.
Yeah. So but I apparently make my voice a lot more nasally. And I think part of that is because my very first big role was Junie B. Jones, who was in fact a 6-year-old and sounds like that. But
I was your bus driver and teacher in that.
Yeah, kind of weird.
Yeah, very strange.
You were so young too.
I was.
Because I was 16, so I didn't realize how young most of the cast was.
So I would have been like 13.
12, 13, 11. Because some of you, I mean, you were at high school and I'm working there, and it was weird.
But that's what I think. Basically, I was saying all of this to get to this point of when we first started. This was like a kind of like a performing something new or like a cold read kind of thing when we first started this podcast, and so we were giving these personas.
Oh, I definitely agree. We were putting on more of a character.
On something that we weren't.
Yeah, and I would say even in the old studio when we like first came here, we had kind of like gotten into rhythm, and then this was different, so we changed.
This was the biggest difference.
This
going
room?
Into going into the first studio for me.
No, me too.
Because actually having a full-on studio and like not just like a Blue Yeti mic in front of you. I mean, now it's different because I have an actual, little Spark SL, if you like mics.
Yeah. I like only Hamilton. Mike Hamilton, the producer. Yeah. Shout out to you, man.
Woo woo.
And Shaw.
And Michael Shaw, yeah.
Shout out. We should have him on the podcast.
We should have Michael Shaw. Not Weston.
Not Weston. Absolutely not.
Never.
Agreed.
Michael Shaw.
Wow, we've never agreed on anything on this podcast except that
Weston will not be on it.
That was also the most awkward handshake in the history because your mic was trapping you.
But like that was definitely a like eye opener when we first started, and I definitely
Zach had his eyes closed for 16 years at that point. And he was like, all I needed to do was walk into Rogue Snudio.
Got him. Got you, Mike. Could all our jokes just be any insult we have?
Just at Mike Hamilton. It's a good thing he doesn't episode these edits. Wait.
Yep.
Edit these episodes.
There you go.
Episode these edits. I think. I'm about to get a text in a week.
Abbie? I don't know why that was my mic impression. He doesn't even sound like that at all.
I don't think anyone does.
I was just trying to think of like an angry, like a...
That didn't sound angry at all. That sounded like Chris Traeger with Scooby-Doo.
It's accurate.
Thank you. Speaking of...
You don't say speaking of and then drink water right after it, so it's silent. This is so stupid.
I know. And then I laughed at him. So it came through my nose. And I
guess you won't be nasally anymore.
Oh my gosh. And I just washed the lid, so it's still got a little bit of dish soap.
Oh, good.
No.
It's funny.
Oh my gosh. Oh no. Hey. Speaking of... Oh, I remembered my question.
Oh, good.
I know you're not making your demo yet, but I did want you to share some of your favorite voices that you'd put on it. Ooh, that's painful.
My voice is usually deeper at night, and so I can't do like my like evil like dark voices.
Why is your voice deeper at night?
Because it's more relaxed.
Well, can you just try?
But I can do like my kid voice.
Okay.
I think.
Just give us a few voices. I'll give a few too.
Okay. So you have Timmy over here. So Timmy always talks like this. He has a big lisp, and that's his biggest character feature. But you know, he always like goes on and on and on, and he's always trying to tell a story. But like there's this one time, but he never actually gets to the point of the story. Right. So he's always just talking about something else that happened in the story, but never actually gets to the end of the story. And that's all Timmy's character. I've called him Timmy. I don't know.
I like it. Are you accepting feedback?
Sure, why not?
Try that. Can you try it like an octave higher? Because I feel like it's still low.
So this is Timmy's voice.
There it is. Yeah.
I always imagine
for different characters, it can be different things. But I was just curious.
I always imagine. So I also learned not all. Can you do a lisp voice?
I don't think I can.
A lot of people
it's actually very impressive.
I thought everyone could do it.
Let me try.
Yeah, it's this.
It's this.
Yeah, every time,
Every time.
I'm telling you, every time you say something that needs to use the tongue, you don't fully use it.
Every time you say something that doesn't, you don't, I can't do it at all. Does it come naturally to you, or do you have to work on it?
It's just,
interesting.
Because I think, honestly, I want to say.
Can you roll your R's though? No.
So well.
Oh, a new talent.
So I can't roll them well, but Piper.
Well doesn't have any R's in it.
Okay. Piper. Big shout out to Piper.
Big shout out.
I was in UIL one act with her.
She rolled many R's.
Many R's. And she taught me. I don't know if I could. I can't do it.
I do want to hear it though.
Give me a word that you could do it with.
Let me think. Rodriguez.
Like, I can't do like that. Rodriguez. It's not great, but I've gotten the like
Red Rover.
Red Rover.
Red Rover.
Red Rover. So it's not great.
You're working on it though.
But yeah. Recently learned. I really love my Bill Slank voice.
Who is that?
It's who I played in one act.
Oh. Don't blow the mic up.
I won't. I don't. Let me think of a line that he did. Who, by her grace, are only just knighted a new peer of the realm.
Very nice.
He's like a little. He got a little Irish.
Yeah, he's a little pirate.
A little Irish in him.
Pirate man.
Yeah, just I like doing, and then you have like a lot of like voices in voiceover are a lot of the same kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And so like you have your male protagonist who talks like this all the time. Right. But then you also have a male protagonist that's like more gritty and like Castlevania that I've been watching recently.
Do your inner world.
Inner world.
Do your inner world for today's events. Like all the things we were talking about at the beginning of the episode.
What did we talk about? There's a lot.
Money episodes. Wait, money issues.
In a world
and traffic.
Where Abbie and Zach have to go through traffic, not only with car problems, but also financial problems.
Nice.
Find out on this next episode of Nothing to Snore At.
Nice. Do you have a commercial voice?
So it depends. What kind of commercial though?
I don't know, like a for a medicine.
So for a medicine, it would probably be just like my regular talking voice, but a little higher. But then, because like with a lot of commercials, you want to sound friendly and definitely like somebody you would talk to. My favorite ones are like your Chevy commercials.
Oh wait, do one.
Like that.
Do one.
I'm trying to remember the voice I did exactly. It's been a while since I've made it. Because I'm also trying to make a voiceover booth. I don't know if you knew that.
I did not.
Also, yeah, I should probably tell you this actually, because we were thinking about using your closet.
Okay, yeah, I'd love to know these things.
Yeah. But yeah.
What do you mean? What are you gonna?
We were thinking about, because you don't use it. You don't live there anymore.
Yeah, I don't.
So the thought was maybe taking down those shelves, and it's about the perfect size. And just putting my mic in there, having my computer right outside, and then running wires.
Does Mom know this? Okay.
I've talked to her about it.
Here's a 15-second internet ad sample script. I want you to do this in your commercial voice.
You have to do it as well then.
Okay.
Okay.
As you're like, I hate cold reads. I'm like, here, do this.
Yeah.
That's why I do the 15-second one.
What do your mornings look like? What do they sound like? The Mashup is a voice-activated blender that lists off smoothie ingredients so you can kickstart your day with nutritious burst of flavor. When you're ready, just ask it to mash it up. Now, what do your mornings taste like?
Nice. Okay, let me see. What do your mornings look like? What do they sound like? The Mashup is a voice-activated blender that lists off smoothie ingredients so you can kickstart your day with a nutritious burst of flavor. When you're ready, Just ask it to mash up. Now, what do your mornings taste like?
Can I give you?
Yeah, go ahead.
So, sounded very, not with your like inflection and stuff, but your like with how high you went, it sounded very like Siri-like and like robotic-like.
That's what I was kind of going for. Is that not commercial?
Well, commercial, I feel like a lot of the time, it depends what it is, obviously, but a lot of the times it wants to be sounding like a friend giving you advice on like, here, you should buy this. Especially when it's like addressing the person directly, the audience directly. Like if it's like talking about a car and just like the specs of it, definitely can be more robotic.
I think that's like what I was thinking, like a Chevy thing. Do you have a Chevy one in your mind? You should do it.
I gotta think of it, man.
Let me see if I can find one.
We are time-wise, we are running a little.
Oh yeah, let's maybe just give an ad for this real quick for us to end. Okay. Instead of a trailer, give an ad for Nothing to Snore At.
What do your mornings sound like? Just deep, cold nothingness? Well, I've got the stuff for you. Nothing to Snore At. A podcast where two siblings create stories all serenaded by their father snoring. Now, what do your mornings sound like?
Nice. Well, this has been fun.
This has been fun.
A little recap.
You
know what else this has been?
Nothing to Snore At.
With Abbie.
And Zach.
Follow us on Instagram at nothing.to.snore.at.
Or just Nothing to Snore At with dots in between it.
Nothing to Snore At, a Rogue Media Network podcast.